Welcome to Dr. Jester Rants, and I'm gonna rant about this. From Gateway Pundit. This is from Cassandra Fairbanks. If Team Pool trusts her to do a good job, and I trust Team Pool, so she gets the trust by proxy. So let's keep going. 4chan users appear to have identified Portland rioter who shot and killed Trump supporter. To summarize a little bit, this is the same situation as here. This is the video. Let's see if the sound goes up. Okay. Let's start again. Okay, that's enough. Let's go here for an enhanced video. And slow down. Now that you know why or what this is about the Trump supporter who actually got shot and killed by these people. That's not even a couple of days. That's a couple of days after that guy who got his head kicked by another BLM supporter. He nearly died too. He was really injured and ended up in a hospital. He was trying to stop a rape. No, sorry. Not a rape. He's trying to stop an aggression towards a transgender woman. Let that sink in. That's how bad and unhinged the BLM and the control left has become. In this case here, it was just a Trump supporter walking around. And he got shot by allegedly, by this dude over here. Allegedly. Because, well, let's keep reading the news. The anonymous message board 4chan may have once again beat the media to identifying a violent rioter. On Saturday night, a Portland Black Lives Matter militant shot and killed a member of the pro-Trump group Patriot Prayer. And the victim is also pro-cop. Okay, this is the videos that I showed. Within minutes of the shooting, 4chan user got work, and within hours they had a name. Has already been found. This is exactly what you saw on the first picture. Let's continue. The message board quickly claimed the shooter is Michael Raynoil, 48, of Portland. Once again, Portland. The murder suspect has been identified as snowboard instructor Michael Raynoil from Oregon. His name is... Okay, let's move on. National Review wrote in their in-depth report, the 48-year-old professional snowboarder was previously featured on a Bloomberg promo for the riots where he described himself. Jesus Christ. Bloomberg promo for the riots. Holy shit on a pickle. Where he described himself as part of the rioter security apparatus. Raynoil touted his military experience and described events that led up to him receiving a bullet grazing on his arm. In the video, a neck tattoo identified to the shooter's own tattoo is seen on his neck. Watch the interview here. Okay, I'm not gonna put it there because it's probably going to get copyright striked by Bloomberg or other things. Apparently, if you criticize BLM, especially using this, it's a no-no for these people. So let's keep going and let's see what 4chan found on this allegedly shooter. The shooter appeared to have a bandage wrapped around one of his arms to his elbow, the same way that Raynoil's arm was wrapped in the Bloomberg video. And they show gun, they show here again, which definitely seems to match, allegedly, the shooter on those videos. Rioters in the city cheered and celebrated the murder by one of their peers. Yes, they actually did cheer. They said finally they got... here it is. It's talking here. For several hours, rumors were circulating online that a rioter had been killed by a supporter of President Donald Trump. But there was a big celebration when they found out it was actually the other way around. Everybody, I just got word. The person who died was a Patriot Prayer person. The Black Lives Matter leader tells the excited crowd. He was ing Nazi. Our community held its own and took out the trash. I'm not going to shed any tears over a Nazi dying. These people here really have no idea what a Nazi is. But if you were to actually classify someone as a Nazi, the behavior of the BLM people, not the actual message, like I said, you have to separate the message from the organization. The message is wholesome. Black lives do matter. Oh, Black lives do matter. And that I subscribe 110%. 100% or 200% or whatever you want to call it. I completely and wholeheartedly support it. 100... okay, all Black lives matter. All lives matter. My life matters. Your life matters. All Black lives matter. Each life matters. Anyway, back to the news. But if you were going to classify the behavior, just the behavior, and part of the socialism behind it, mostly because these people don't actually believe in nationalization or nationalism, more on the case of China, all the things like that. They prefer those other countries, so they don't quite fit the mantra of nationalism. So, in fact, they just fit the socialist mantra, which is 50% of the Nazis themselves. Because the party is National Socialism, which is, in fact, socialism. No ifs, no buts. So, basically, the BLM itself is part Nazi. And the behavior shows they are acting exactly like the Nazis did in the 30s and 40s. Exactly. Let's get back to the news. BLM celebrated the news that a pro-police Patriot Prayer member was killed. Following the fatal shooting, rioters surrounded and assaulted a Patriot Prayer founder, Joey Gibson. When Gibson retreated into a gas station, rioters broke the windows and threatened the owner. Holy shit. Video of the Antifa mob smashing up a petrol station. Okay, let's see. Let's go and check. Let's check. Before I go, let's finish the news. So, users on the message board were also first to identify Marquis Love, the man who attempted to kill a driver in the city earlier this month. They subsequently identified another person involved in the attack. As you remember, Marquis Love is the guy who actually kicked the guy defended the transgender from being attacked. He's the one who kicked his head and made him completely pass out. Alright, let's go to here. Let's see. Let's go.
He's calling the police. We have to come full force with the police. This is a riot.
Nazis themselves. Like I said, do not actually subscribe to the National Party.
Everybody out of the gas station!
Local industries.
Fucking idiot!
But they are
Gas is
indeed
fucking
acting
flammable!
exactly like all socialists have acted before. Which, as you recall, fascism is socialism, communism is socialism. They are acting exactly like those. Exactly like the Nazis. They are acting exactly like these people. It's impossible to differentiate them. Obviously the only way you differentiate between a Nazi and these people are that sometimes you have black people in these protests. But overall, They're exactly the same. You may actually even confuse them with fascists and communists. And these people, all of them, have led to genocide, have led to deaths, wars, and the destruction even of the country I'm currently stuck at. And that's actually even on itself all the other countries in Latin America. Most of the Latin American countries were suffered under the Soviet communism. Exactly what is happening on Africa, exactly what is happening still today, but from the Chinese. The Chinese are manipulating the locals in Latin America and in Africa to support their policies. For instance, they say, oh, look, we are going to build this road, but you have to do this and this and this and that for us. And it's imperialism if you want it, to classify it in their own language. So, but once again, if you are a Trump supporter, please don't go out, don't go to those protests, stay at home, don't do anything. Let those people prove to us and everybody else that they are the ones who are violent. It has been working so far because the polls for Trump is positive. It even has managed to shift various blue areas in the United States that had been blue for decades to Republicans. They even showed letters of support for Trump. You can actually see these. I think it's Iron Forge section in America. In America, I think that's the correct name. You can actually see those things. If you go there and do this, you're actually giving the media what they want. They will not care the context of the message or what you're trying to do. Just like what happened with Kyle Rittenhouse. His entire action was self-defense, but the media did not care, and they have spread a message. They took everything he did out of context to spread the message that Trump supporters are the violent ones, and they are not peaceful, and that the rioters are the actual peaceful ones. You can actually see this, and their attempt on trying to portray these riots as a positive or peaceful with CNN. With the amount of memes, which I have no doubt you have already seen, in which they say fiery but mostly peaceful protest. And that's utter bullshit. Don't give ammo to these people. Don't give them anything. So don't provoke those control-left. Obviously try to defend your business or something like that, because I know most insurances will not cover the damages. I know that some people don't actually have insurance, and businesses will definitely go out of business. But don't give them ammo. Don't let them manipulate your actions to serve their own narrative. And remember, don't ever be violent. I'll even paraphrase Martin Luther King here, that the moment you become violent, you muddy your message, you destroy your message, your point. The moment you become violent, the changes you make will never be long-lasting, will never be positive. Remember, never ever be violent. I'm all for peaceful protests. I'm all about peace, and I'm against 100% of violence, and will always be against violence. And in this case, Martin Luther King, well, in most cases, Martin Luther King is absolutely correct. Don't give them ammo. Violence is not the answer. Thank you for watching. See you on my next video. Good night.